Introduction. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the most legendary figures in the history of bodybuilding. His journey from a small village in Austria to becoming a global icon is one of the most inspiring success stories ever. Known for his incredible physique, strong mindset, and relentless ambition, Arnold didn't just dominate bodybuilding, he transformed it. His early life, gym beginnings, and rivalries played a crucial role in shaping the champion he became. Before the fame, the titles, and the Hollywood success, Arnold was just a young boy with a dream bigger than his surroundings. Early life in Austria. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on July 30, 1947, in Thal, a small village near Graz, Austria. His childhood was far from luxurious. He grew up in a strict household under his father, Gustav Schwarzenegger, who was a police officer. Life in post-World War II Austria was difficult. Resources were limited, and families had to work hard just to survive. Arnold and his brother were raised with discipline, structure, and high expectations. His father believed in toughness and often pushed Arnold physically and mentally. While this environment was challenging, it helped build Arnold's resilience from a young age. However, Arnold always felt different. He dreamed of something bigger than the small village life. He admired strength, success, and greatness even before he fully understood how to achieve it. Discovery of bodybuilding. Arnold's life changed when he was introduced to bodybuilding as a teenager. Around the age of 15, he began weight training. At that time, bodybuilding was not as popular as it is today. It was considered unusual, especially in small European towns. But Arnold immediately became obsessed with the idea of building a powerful physique. He was inspired by bodybuilders like Reg Park, who was not only a champion but also appeared in movies as Hercules. This combination of strength and fame fascinated Arnold. From that moment, Arnold made a decision. He wanted to become the greatest bodybuilder in the world. Early gym life. Arnold began training in a small local gym in Graz. The equipment was basic, and the environment was far from modern fitness centers, but what Arnold lacked in equipment, he made up for with intensity and dedication. He trained almost every day, often for hours. Unlike many beginners, Arnold approached training with extreme seriousness. He didn't treat it as a hobby, he treated it as a mission. His early gym habits included long training sessions, heavy lifting, high-volume workouts, constant focus on improvement. Arnold also began studying bodybuilding. He read magazines, learned about nutrition, and observed other lifters. Even at a young age, he understood that success required both physical and mental effort. Obsession with progression. Of the most important aspects of Arnold's early gym life was his obsession with progress. He didn't just train, he tracked his improvements every week. He aimed to lift heavier weights, increase repetitions, improve muscle. This mindset allowed him to progress rapidly. Arnold also visualized success. He imagined himself as a champion long before he became one. This mental approach helped him stay motivated and focused. Military service and training. At the age of 18, Arnold joined the Austrian army for mandatory service. Even during this period, he refused to stop training. In fact, he famously went absent without leave AWOL to compete in a bodybuilding competition and won. This moment showed his extreme dedication. For Arnold, bodybuilding was not just an interest, it was his purpose. Even in military conditions, he found ways to train, proving that motivation does not depend on perfect circumstances. First competition. Arnold began competing in bodybuilding contests during his teenage years. His early competitions were local and small, but they provided valuable experience. He quickly gained attention because of his size, confidence, and stage presence. Unlike many competitors, Arnold already had a strong personality on stage. He knew how to pose, how to present himself, and how to impress judges. His early wins built his confidence and strengthened his belief that he could become the best. Moving to Munich. Arnold later moved to Munich, Germany, where he found better training facilities and more opportunities. This move was important because it exposed him to a more competitive bodybuilding environment. In Munich, Arnold trained even harder. He also worked in gyms, which allowed him to spend more time around bodybuilding culture. He surrounded himself with people who shared his passion, which helped accelerate his growth. Beginning of rivalries. As Arnold's physique improved, he began facing stronger competitors. One of his earliest and most important rivals was Sergio Oliver. Also known as the Myth, Sergio Oliver had an incredible physique and was considered nearly unbeatable at the time. When Arnold first competed against him, he lost, but instead of being discouraged, Arnold used this defeat as motivation. He studied Sergio's physique, analyzed his strengths, and worked harder to improve himself. Rivalry with Sergio Oliver. Rivalry between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sergio Oliver became one of the most famous in bodybuilding history. Sergio had incredible muscle mass, unique structure, dominant stage presence. Arnold, however, had better symmetry, charisma, strong mental strategy. Arnold didn't just focus on building muscle, he focused on presentation and psychology. He believed that winning bodybuilding was not only about physique but also about confidence and stage presence. Eventually, Arnold defeated Sergio Oliver and claimed the Mr. Olympia title, marking a turning point in his career. Expanding rivalries as Arnold became more successful, he faced other top competitors, including Frank Zane. Lou Ferrigno. Each rival had different strengths. Frank Zane was known for aesthetics and symmetry, while Lou Ferrigno had massive size. Arnold adapted his training and strategy to compete against each of them. Mindset that built a champion. What truly set Arnold apart was his mindset. He believed he would become the best. He would outwork everyone. He would never quit. His confidence sometimes appeared as arrogance, but it was actually a powerful form of self-belief. Arnold used visualization, discipline, and relentless effort to turn his vision into reality. Who motivated Arnold to join Mr. Olympia? Before Arnold became Mr. Olympia, he was inspired by earlier champions who represented the highest level of bodybuilding. One of the most important influences was Reg Park. Reg Park was not only a champion bodybuilder, but also a movie star who played Hercules in films. Arnold admired him deeply because he represented everything Arnold wanted: strength, fame, success. Beyond bodybuilding, Reg Park showed Arnold that bodybuilding could open doors to a bigger life. This inspired Arnold to aim for the highest stage, the Mr. Olympia competition. Another important influence was Joe Weider, a major figure in bodybuilding who recognized Arnold's potential early. Joe Weider helped bring Arnold to the United States and guided his career, giving him opportunities to compete at the highest level. With these influences, Arnold set a clear goal: become Mr. Olympia and dominate the sport. First steps toward Mr. Olympia. Arnold first competed in the Mr. Olympia competition in 1969. At that time, the champion was Sergio Oliver, one of the most dominant bodybuilders in history. Arnold lost that competition, but the experience was crucial. Instead of being discouraged, he used the loss as motivation. He studied Sergio's physique, improved his weaknesses, and prepared himself for the next opportunity. First Mr. Olympia victory 1970 in 1970. Arnold returned, stronger, bigger, and more confident. This time, he defeated Sergio Oliver and won his first Mr. Olympia title. This victory marked the beginning of a new era in bodybuilding. Arnold proved that hard work can overcome even the strongest opponents. Confidence and presentation are as important as muscle size. From this point forward, Arnold became the man to beat, dominating the Mr. Olympia stage. After his first win, Arnold went on an incredible streak, winning multiple Mr. Olympia titles consecutively. His victories came in 1970, 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974, 1975. This made him a six-time consecutive Mr. Olympia champion. During that period, his dominance was not just about winning, it was about how he won. Arnold brought a combination of massive size, perfect symmetry, charismatic posing, strong stage presence. He understood that bodybuilding was not only a physical competition, but also a performance. Rivalry with Sergio Oliver. Arnold's rivalry with Sergio Oliver was one of the most intense in bodybuilding history. Sergio had an incredibly unique physique, with massive arms, shoulders, and a narrow waist. When Arnold first faced him, Sergio seemed unbeatable. However, Arnold approached the rivalry strategically. He improved his weak points. He practiced posing relentlessly. He built confidence on stage. Arnold also used psychological tactics. He tried to appear more confident and dominant during competitions, which sometimes affected his opponents. Eventually, Arnold overcame Sergio and took control of the sport. Rivalry with Lou Ferrigno. A major rivalry in Arnold's career was with Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno was younger, taller, and extremely muscular. Many believed he could defeat Arnold. This rivalry became famous through the documentary Pumping Iron, which showed their preparation for the 1975 Mr. Olympia. Lou represented raw size and potential, While Arnold represented experience and strategy, Arnold used his mental strength and confidence to maintain his dominance. In the end, Arnold defeated Ferrino and secured another Mr. Olympia title. Rivalry with Frank Zane. Arnold also competed against Frank Zane, who had a very different physique. Frank Zane focused on aesthetics, symmetry, conditioning, while Arnold was bigger and more massive. Zane's physique was more refined. This rivalry highlighted different philosophies in bodybuilding. Arnold respected Zane but maintained his dominance through size and stage presence. The importance of mind games. One of Arnold's most unique qualities was his use of psychology in competitions. He believed that winning began before stepping on stage. Arnold would build confidence in himself, create doubt in his competitors, control the atmosphere of the competition. Often used humor, charisma, and bold statements to gain an advantage. This mental approach gave him an edge over many competitors. Training like a champion. Arnold's dominance was also the result of his intense training style. His workouts included high volume, many sets and reps, heavy weights, training twice a day. He focused on developing every muscle group to perfection. Arnold also believed in the mind-muscle connection, concentrating deeply on each movement. Retirement after 1975. After winning the 1975 Mr. Olympia, Arnold retired from competitive bodybuilding at the top of his career. He had already achieved everything he set out to accomplish. However, his story did not end there. Comeback and final victory. 1980. In 1980, Arnold made a surprise return to the Mr. Olympia stage. Many people doubted him because he had been away from competition for years. Despite the controversy and criticism, Arnold competed and won his 7th Mr. Olympia title. This victory remains one of the most debated moments in bodybuilding history. Legacy of his wins. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Olympia victories established him as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. His achievements include 7 Mr. Olympia titles, global recognition, transformation of bodybuilding into mainstream culture. He inspired generations of athletes to pursue bodybuilding. When people think about gym motivation, one name stands above almost everyone else: Arnold Schwarzenegger. His journey from a small village in Austria to becoming one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time is not just a story of physical strength. It is a story of mindset, discipline, and relentless ambition. Arnold didn't have perfect conditions. He didn't have advanced gyms, modern supplements, or social media support. What he had was a vision and the determination to turn that vision into reality. For anyone stepping into a gym, whether a beginner or an experienced lifter, Arnold's life offers powerful lessons. His journey shows that success in fitness and in life is built through consistent effort, mental strength, and belief in oneself. The power of vision. One of the most important lessons from Arnold Schwarzenegger is the importance of having a clear vision. As a young boy in Austria, Arnold dreamed of becoming the greatest bodybuilder in the world. At a time when bodybuilding was not widely known, this dream seemed unrealistic, but Arnold believed in it completely. He often spoke about visualizing his future. He imagined himself winning competitions, standing on stage, and becoming famous. This vision gave him direction and motivation. In the gym, having a vision is equally important. Without a clear goal, it is easy to lose motivation. But when you know what you want, whether it's building muscle, losing weight, or becoming stronger, you have a reason to keep going. Arnold's lesson is simple: see your success before it happens. Discipline over excess. Arnold Schwarzenegger did not rely on excuses. He trained regardless of circumstances. Even during his military service, when conditions were difficult, he found ways to continue training. He believed that there was always a way to improve, no matter the situation. In today's world, people often say, "I don't have time, I'm too tired, I'll start next week." Arnold would reject these excuses completely. For him, discipline was the key to success. Discipline means showing up to the gym even when you don't feel like it. It means sticking to your plan even when progress feels slow. Motivation may come and go, but discipline keeps you moving forward. Training with intensity. Arnold was famous for his intense training style. He didn't just go through the motions, he trained with purpose and energy. Every set, every repetition, and every movement was performed with focus. He believed that the gym was a place where limits were pushed. This doesn't mean that beginners should immediately lift extremely heavy weights. Instead, it means training with intent. When you are in the gym, focus on your movements, push yourself gradually, stay committed to improvement. Arnold's intensity came from his passion for training. He enjoyed the process of becoming stronger and better. The mind-muscle connection, one of Arnold's most famous concepts, is the mind-muscle connection. He believed that building muscle was not just about lifting weights, it was about focusing on the muscle being worked during exercises. Arnold would concentrate deeply on the movement and the contraction of the muscle. This level of focus helped him achieve better results. For anyone in the gym, this is an important lesson. Don't just lift weights, feel the movement. This approach improves technique and leads to better muscle development. Consistency creates results. Arnold did not become a champion overnight. His success was built over years of consistent training. He trained regularly, followed structured routines, and stayed committed to his goals. Many people start training with excitement but lose motivation after a few weeks. Arnold's story teaches that real progress takes time. Consistency means training regularly, eating properly, getting enough rest. Even small improvements, repeated over time, led to major results. Embracing pain and challenge. Journey often described the gym as a place where pain is part of growth. He believed that discomfort during training was not something to avoid, it was something to embrace. This doesn't mean ignoring injuries or training recklessly. It means understanding that progress requires effort and pushing beyond comfort zones. When muscles are challenged, they grow stronger. This idea applies not only to physical training, but also to life. Challenges are opportunities to grow. Confidence and self-belief. Arnold Schwarzenegger was known for his confidence. Some people saw it as arrogance, but it was actually strong self-belief. He believed that he would succeed even when others doubted him. In the gym, confidence plays a big role. Believing in yourself helps you attempt heavier lifts, stay committed to your goals, overcome fear and doubt. Confidence is built through action. Every workout, every improvement, and every success strengthens your belief in yourself. Learning from failure. Arnold did not win every competition at the beginning. He faced defeats, including losing to Sergio Oliver. Instead of quitting, he used failure as motivation. He analyzed his weaknesses, improved his training, and came back stronger. In the gym, failure is part of the process. Missing a lift or having a bad workout does not mean failure, it means there is room to grow. Arnold's lesson is clear. Failure is feedback, not defeat. Building a lifestyle. For Arnold, fitness was not just a hobby, it was a lifestyle. Everything he did supported his goals. Training, nutrition, recovery. This level of commitment helped him achieve greatness. For anyone seeking motivation, it is important to understand that fitness is not just about occasional workouts. It is about creating habits that support long-term success.